गजरा बिंदिया जो लगाई वे, देख के मेरी मस्त जवानी चंदा भी शर्माए। मेरी चूनर उड़ उड़ जाए, मेरी चूनर उड़ उड़ जाए। चली जब ये फुलवाई बजी दिल में शहनाई, तू ही मेरे सपनों का सजना। मैंने चूड़ी है कनकाई, अब तो आजा तू हर जाई। मैंने चूड़ी है कनकाई, अब तो आजा तू हर जाई। मेरे सांसों में तू है बसा सजना।
To all the Banshees and all the Virginians, this is Patiala House in it.
Don't get the cara, oh baby tera jaan se pyara, oh baby है चमका दिल साजा, कभी तुझे अपनी याद दिल कट पटियाला बैंड लगा के नाचूंगा, पटियाला ढोल बजा के गाऊंगा। मेरे हाथों की लकीरें टूटी हैं, कभी तेरा जान से प्यारा, कभी तेरा चमका दिल साजा, कभी अपनी याद ये कटिया
from class 6 welcoming you in the beautiful and pleasant morning. As you all know, today is a huge day for Cassetians. That comes once in a year. That is Exhibition Day, which makes students more stronger and brighter. Sir, we are really excited to welcome you here, which we have transformed into the country of China. Through our efforts, we hope to give you a glimpse of China's rich culture, history and traditions. As you look around, you will see symbols of China, including their national flag, cultural icons, and even representation of Chinese cuisine. We have prepared this to celebrate and share the beauty and uniqueness of China with all of you. We are honored to have you here today and hope you enjoy exploring the class of China. Showing respect to the national flag and national anthem is an important way to honor a country's value and heritage. So for that, I would like to invite all of my fellows here to participate in the national anthem of China.
Thank you.
fabric, it embodies the history, struggle, and aspirations of Chinese people. The red color represents the Communist Party and the bloodshed of those who fought for China. The large star symbolizes the leadership of the Communist Party, while the four smaller stars symbolizes the four social classes: workers, farmers, soldiers, and intellectuals. Together, they show the unity of the Chinese people. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Tahleel, who will speak about history of China. History of China. Now, I would like to share the brief overview of the geography of China. China, officially the People's Republic of China, is a country in East Asia with a population exceeding 1.4 billion. It is the second most populous country after India.
India is the largest populated country.
Yes, sir. Representing 17.4% of the world population. China spans the equivalent of 5 time zones and borders 14 countries by land. With an area nearly 9.6 million square kilometers, it is the third largest country by total land area. The country is divided into 33 province-level divisions, 22 provinces, 5 autonomous regions, 4 municipalities, 2 semi-autonomous special administrative regions. Beijing is the country's capital, while Shanghai is its most populous urban area and largest financial center. Now, I would like to speak about mountains, rivers, lakes, seas, climate zone of China. First about mountains. China features prominent ranges including Himalayas, home to Mount Everest, and the Tian Shan mountain, which offer breathtaking views. Now about rivers. The Yangtze River, Asia's longest river, is essential for transport and agriculture, while the Yellow River, the cradle of Chinese civilization, has shaped northern China's culture. Now about lakes. Key lakes include Poyang Lake, the largest freshwater lake, and the Qinghai Lake, the largest saline lake, known for its unique ecosystem. Now about desert. The Gobi Desert is one of the world's largest deserts, categorized by its harsh climate. Now about climate zone. China once sized results in diverse climates, supporting various ecosystems and agriculture. Now about seas. The South China Sea is crucial for trade, while the East China Sea serves as a vital shipping route. In summary, China's geography, marked by mountains, rivers, lakes, deserts, and diverse climates, plays a significant role in China's economy and culture. Now, our main focus is the touching countries of China. In East, China is bordered by Yellow Sea, East China Sea, North Korea, and Russia. In West, China is bordered by Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. In North, China is bordered by Mongolia, Russia, and Kazakhstan. In South, China is bordered by Bhutan, Myanmar, India, Nepal, Laos, and Vietnam. In Northeast, China is bordered by North Korea and Russia. In Southeast, South China Sea, and Northwest, it is bordered by Kazakhstan. In Southwest, it is bordered by India and Nepal.
Are you not doing anything for your colleagues? Okay, go ahead.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Our esteemed principal and all the dignitaries present here might be thinking why our class has chosen China to represent. Why not any other country? We chose China because it is one of the oldest and most influential civilizations with rich blend of its traditions from its unique language and iconic architecture to its festivals and cuisines offer so much for us to learn and appreciate. By exploring China, we get to understand not only its ancient heritage but also how it shapes modern world. Thank you.
I am Aya from class 6. I am going to talk about the delicious cuisines of China and how they are different from Indian food. Both China and India have very rich food cultures, but they use different ingredients, spices and cooking methods. First, let me talk about the delicious cuisines of China. Chinese food is known for using rice, vegetables, noodles in China. People like to stir fry their food, which makes it cooking quickly in a hot pan with little oil. They also steam a lot of food, which means it's light and healthy. Some famous Chinese dishes are dumplings, fried rice, and sweet and sour chicken. In Chinese food, spices are often sweet, salty, and sometimes spicy, but they use lesser spices comparatively.
Khushbu and Ayan, further they will speak about cuisine of China.
Good morning, sir. I, Khushbu Ejaz, is in front of you with my presentation that is Chinese cuisine. So, what is Chinese cuisine? A typical Chinese dish balances 5 key flavors: sweet, sauce, salty, bitter and spicy. The uses of sauces like soy sauce, hoisin and oyster sauce adds depth to the flavor. Common ingredients include tofu, bamboo shoots and mushroom, and meat like chicken, pork and duck. Some of the famous Chinese dishes are fried rice, dumplings, Peking duck, and chicken and sweet and sour chicken. Each of its region has its own specialties. For example, Sichuan is known for its bold and spicy flavors, while Cantonese emphasizes freshness and lighter seasoning.
Numan and Farhan to the stage as they demonstrate the classic game Stone, Paper, Scissors for us.
The legends of stone, paper, scissors were evolved from China, played by two people, where people simultaneously from one of three shapes. When an outstretched hand, we will have this content.
The stone beats scissor and scissor beats paper and paper beats stone. If both play same shape, the game is tied. Stone, paper, scissor. Stone, paper, scissor. Sir, time.
Do it again.
Paper, scissor. Stone, paper, scissor. Game is tied.
We invite Zehra, who will speak about religion of China.
I'm going to talk about religion of China. Religion has played a very important role in China for many centuries. The Chinese people have many different beliefs and Buddhism is one of the most popular religion in China. Buddhism came to China from India around the 1st century AD. Since then it has deeply influenced by Chinese culture, philosophy and everyday life. First, let me explain what Buddhism is. It is a religion based on the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, known as Buddha. The Buddha taught that life is full of suffering, but we can end the suffering by following a spiritual path. Buddhists believe in karma, which means that our action in the life will affect our future lives. They also believe in reincarnation, that is the cycle of birth, death and rebirth. Buddhism in China is not just a religion but also a way of life. Many people practice Buddhism by visiting temples, burning incense and praying for good fortune. Buddhist monks and nuns live in monasteries where they dedicate their lives to meditation, study and teachings. Chinese art, literature and architecture have been also influenced by Buddhism.
Contribution of China. These contributions have been instrumental in shaping civilization as we know it. And I must especially thank our esteemed principal, Professor Dr. C.L. Vishan, who had helped us to remember these contributions with a unique code, Public Service Commission Traffic Banking. P stands for paper making, paper transport. S stands for
Silk seismograph.
C stands for
Compass.
D stands for
B.
R stands for
Rice.
F stands for
Fireworks.
B stands for
Block furnace blast printing.
A stands for
Alcohol administrative service and acupuncture.
G stands for
Gunpowder.
A stands for China. During the Han Dynasty, when scientists found that lodestone, a naturally magnetic mineral that could align itself in a north-south direction. Initially, it was used by Feng Shui and bionists, but by the Song Dynasty, it became a valuable tool for navigation. The sailor adopted the compass without seeing landmarks. In the 13th century, European sailor adopted a pivot-mounted compass needle, making navigation more accurate on open sea. Italian navigator Flavio Gioia added a compass card with directional marking and greatly enhanced its usability. Finally, in the 19th century, Sir William Thomas or Lord Kelly introduced the compass needle, make compass more accurate on open seas.
Who performed Chinese dance?